Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a video on ranking my Sigma palettes. This is just such an underrated brand, except for their brushes. Everyone knows Sigma for their brushes, but they have some of the most gorgeous formulas and shades that I have in my collection. So I have a couple of palettes and I wanted to give you my ranking on them. So, honorable mention, because I'm wearing it today, but I will do a video of my ranking my favorite face palettes, blush palettes, that type of thing. But today I am wearing the Sigma Quarter Rosa blush palette. It's a beautiful mirror, and it has these beautiful 6 shades. 2 of them are shimmer shades, this one and this one. And today I have on the shade Pashima, which is this one. So, got that out of the way. Number 1 is my Sigma Rosy eyeshadow palette. It is a 9-pan palette, and it has these nice, beautiful rosy tones. When I'm in a hurry on the go, if I need to throw something in the crease, this is the first one that I'll grab. So, number 1. Number 2, this was number 1 for a long time until I picked up this Rosie palette, and I purchased this. It was on sale. It came with a travel size E30 blending brush, and it was in support of breast cancer. So and I got it on sale. Normally it was $29, and I used a coupon code, and again it came with the free brush. So I think it was maybe less than 20 bucks, but well worth it. Really like that. I'll swatch 2 of these shades for you so you can see. They're just so creamy, and they last all day on my eyes. These do. Number 2, formerly number 1, is the Enchanted Palette. Just the packaging alone, I'm just such a sucker for packaging. But these all come with a really nice mirror and a double-ended brush. This one, it's out. But I'm wearing this palette today on my eyes. This shade in particular is the favorite shade, which is called, is that called? It's covered up. Metamorphosis. And there she is. To me, this is more like a topper shade, but that's it. And I actually have that over a paint pot today, a matte paint pot in the shade Bougie. This is, again, this is a running theme with me. These are my types of shades, my favorite in any palette. That almost that brown, purple brown, but I have this shade over top of this on my eyes today. Just a little bit. I didn't go too heavy on that. And I used Innocent, this shade, in the crease, and I deepened just a little bit on that outer with this shade. But I will swatch some of these really pretty shades for you. Let me find a matte. I will swatch Claystone and, what is that? Budding. That's those. I mean, they just, They go on just like butter. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful palette. I don't use too many of the shades. I'll play with that pink some, that light pink. I don't really mess with the greens much. Maybe to deepen it a little bit, but mostly this palette, I use that shade. And then third is the Sigma Ambiance palette. And again, really nice mirror. It comes with a really nice shade protector. And this is a really pretty neutral palette. This is also another go-to palette for me when I want to just throw something on and make a quick look. I will use this warm tones. And that's really what I stick with, is warm tones, and you'll see that throughout all of my videos and all of these palettes. That's what I stick with. So I will swatch some of the ones that I use the most. I'm going to swatch Marigold, Midas, and Daylily. These are just, I'm not going in hard on these. They're just, they blend, and the brushes that come with them. You know, Sigma is known for its brushes, and as they should be, because they are phenomenal. Very well worth the money. These are, one end is, this one's on glitter, so it's kind of hard to read. A diffused crease, the E30, and then the E54, a medium sweeper. So this one's kind of dirty. You can see the dust on it. But, you know, you just put it up there, and then you can blend. I mean, you can use this one brush for everything in this palette, which is what I really, really, really like about these things. But as you can see, these are warm tones. Very, 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 very beautiful. And number 4, Quarter Rosa. These two were purchased in a set. Sigma had a sale going on, so that's when I purchased these. These are some of my favorite shades. That's these. Let me see if I can turn this lighting down just a little bit. There we go. This is a nice fall, summer palette. I will swatch some of these. I will swatch the Quarter Rosa palette. Has the actual rose in it, like the blush. So I'll swatch that beauty. I'll swatch Damask, which is this really pretty bright pink. And I will swatch Belle of the Ball. Let's see. That's those. Again, this is the Quarter Rosa palette. And again, it comes with the dual-ended brush. Number 6 is the Sigma Warm Neutrals. This This palette, I actually sat down and did a comparison with my number one, the Rosy, because there were a lot of similar tones in this. This is why this is a little bit lower, just because I use this so much. But again, this has beautiful shades. It's very complementary to this palette, or vice versa. Let's see. There's a really pretty different shade in here. It's called Fool's Gold. Let me swatch that. And I will swatch Rogue and Beaming. Let's go on the inside of my arm. I'm running out of room. There's that. That one. And that beautiful, beautiful green. Let's see if we can see a little bit better now. Okay. And we have 3 more to go. Next up, this by far is the most beautiful packaging. The Cinderella Palette. This one, the mirror actually broke, so I taped the insert to it so it wouldn't get everywhere. But she is a beauty. A beauty, beauty, beauty. Love this palette. Love all these fun colors. I'm going to use this hand to swatch now. And again, the brush. Let's try Bippity Boppity Boo. Ooh. And Sweet Nightingale. Fantasy. And Kindness. We'll switch to some of these cooler shades. Let's go on this arm. Let's see. We'll start back here this time. This was hard to rank this one because it is so beautiful. It is just in the layering. I saw I think it was Juicy Jazz did a tutorial on this not long ago, and she layered, I want to say she used Bippity Boppity Boo, and then she put One of a Kind over top of it. Let's try it right here. She did this shade first, and then she went in with that shade over top. And it just made I think she may have used some setting spray, but it's not really showing up very good on me. But she took those 2 shades and it just transformed it, and it really brightened her eyes. It was really beautiful. So yes, this she's a beauty. But I don't reach for her quite as much as I do the other ones. The same beautiful formula. And coming up at the end, these 2 were very hard to tie. And the one that I put in last place is only because I haven't used it yet. So I couldn't really rank it. But Unfortunately, the Dream palette, this was in collaboration with Beauty Bird. I believe she's here on YouTube. I am not familiar with her. I should have been, but I'm not. But this palette's a little bit bigger, more shades in it. And you get these two shades, which can be used as a highlighter. And I have actually used these as highlighters. The color story, you know, it's a little bit for everyone, I think. But it just does not, to me, feel like the same formula as these other ones mentioned. I will swatch a few. I will swatch, they're a little bit chunkier. Milagro, I'll swatch Buenos Dias, and I will swatch Tacos and Chill. I love the names on these. Okay, let's see. We'll go here. Good pigmentation on these. It just doesn't speak to me. I will swatch one of the highlighters. As you can see, it comes off really good. We'll go right there. And last is the Sigma Untamed palette. And this is what she looks like. This has a little bit more cool tone shades in it for my liking. You know, when I see this palette, you know, I'm drawn to, you know, these three shades. This purple. This is a beautiful mustard color. Let's swatch Fear. We'll swatch this one right here. Let's see what I think. Oh, that is pretty. I've had this palette and I've never swatched it. That's pretty. Maybe I'll have to give this one a try. Maybe I'll film this, trying this. I actually have a couple of new items that I wanted to try. A couple of new makeup products that I've got in that I just haven't tried. So maybe I'll do that. But as far as what I'm wearing today, again, Quarter Rosa blush palette. Love that. MAC Painterly in Bougie as my base. And then, of course, the Enchanted Palette for foundation. Pulled out my ABH, the Luminous foundation. I'm finally able to wear this. This is in the shade 230N. Normally, I have to mix this with a lighter foundation to get my right color, but got a little bit of sun, so I am able to utilize that, and I really do like that foundation. For concealer, I drug out of my drawer a little bit of the Milani Supercharged Eye Bright. This is in the shade 120 Peach. I just put a little bit on my finger and put it around my eyes, let it sit in for a little while. And I used a little bit of the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. This is, it says it lasts 12 hours and it's waterproof. This used to be one of my favorites, so I grabbed it out. Just used just a dab, blended it in. For powder under my eyes, I used the Urban Decay Velvetizer. This was just a little sample. I do have the big version, the regular size of this, but there's so much in this and it only takes a very, very, very small amount. This was marketed as a translucent mix-in medium, so if you wanted to make a thinner foundation, a little bit thicker maybe, easier to spread, that's what it was used for. I don't use it for that. I use it to set under my eyes, and then I just kind of set a little bit all over my face. So use that. Brows, I used this Fenty Beauty Brow MVP is what it's called. It's not my favorite, but I used it because I had it. I'm not a fan of this spoolie type thing. It looks odd, and I don't really like it. But for lips, I used Gerard Cosmetics lip pencil in the shade Share. One of the best colors there is. Goes with absolutely everything. For my lips, I started out with Jeffree Star Androgyny, and it was completely dried out. So I went over that with a little bit of Kat Von D in the shade, or KVD Beauty, excuse me, in the shade Madrid. It's a pretty deep shade, but I only used just a little bit of it. And honestly, Jeffree Star Cosmetics and KVD and Laura Lee Los Angeles have some of the best liquid lip formulas. In addition to e.l.f. as well, have some of the best liquid lip formulas that I've tried. High-end, drugstore, dollar store, doesn't matter. These are worth it. For bronzer, I used my Alamar Cosmetics Complexion Trio. I have the shade Fair Light. I think this is what it's considered. But I used, what shade does that say? Café con Leche. I hope I said that right. I just used just a little bit right there. But I used that shade. This is so underrated as well. I really like this. This came in a subscription box, and I'm so glad that it did. Nice mirror on it as well. It's compact. In my waterline, I used a little bit of eyeliner. I used the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Psychedelic Sister. I know a few that would definitely agree this is a perfect shade. And last but not least, for highlighter, I used, and I'll pull out and show you all of them, I used my Rodeo Drive. I used that on the high points as well as in my inner corner. That's what I used. And I didn't bring it in, but I set everything with my Morphe X Jeffree Star Luminous spray, setting spray. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video, enjoyed my ranking my Sigma palettes, and I do believe they have a sale going on right now, so you should go check them out. Thanks, and have a great day, guys.